Okay, so today we'll see about GitHub. What is Git, why we are using it, and what are the advantages and disadvantages. But before the GitHub, before the Git, what are the things we are using it? Okay, so first of all, before the Git, that time Git wasn't there, so that time there uses one person, that is one manager, and this manager have lot of employees, just like employee 1, 2 and employee 3. Okay, and manager will track this all the employees. Like here we have one employee 1, so whatever the task that manager is giving to this employee, so it will do this task, and after that this task will return to the manager. After that, same for the 2 and same for the 3. Okay, that is called as a source code management. This is called as a source code management. That means first of all, whatever the task manager given to this employee, he is doing, and it's returning to a manager. After the second one the same, and third one is also the same thing. But if this task that manager given the one task, after sometimes later or some days later it has given second, third and fourth one, so it's very complicated to manage this task for this manager. It is very difficult to manage this all the stuff for this manager. Okay, so that's why they have removed the manual effort, and they have introduces one concept, that is source code management. That means they have created one application, one of the application they have created, that is source code management, and it has some types. Inside a source code management we have two types. First one is a central version control system, and second one we have a distributed version control system. Okay, so inside our source code management we have two types, central version control system and distributed version control system. Okay, so it has difficult to managing all the stuff, like all the tasks, it has difficult to managing for the manager. So that's why they have introduced the concept of source code management, and this source code management is responsible to manage all the employees detail. Just like we have given the ticket to this employee 1, after 2 days later we have given second ticket, so it will keep all the track, whatever the information we are giving to this employee or this employee or this employee, it's keeping all the track. That means it has creating the version, like this one, it will create. First of all, you have given one task, that means that is version 1. Consider this is version 1. Okay, for some file is there, file 1, for this file 1 you have given this task, so it is a version 1, and after that you are giving another task, so it is version 2. Yeah, so these types of it will create and it will store. So the here we don't need any manual efforts. But the thing is, it has a disadvantages. Which one? Now come here, and here you see, this is the central version control system. Okay, here we have our working copy, that means this one is our local, and from this local here we have one repository. This is repository, that means this is the server repository. This one is our server, and this server works on the internet. If you want to fetch something from this repository to your local, this one is your local, consider this one is your local, and from this local you are just fetching something. That means you are what you are doing updations. Okay, that means you are fetching something. So that time we have to connect with the internet. Here in the central version control system, here I explained the same thing, this one. So that time we have to connect with the internet. Yeah, this is the thing. And after that, consider now this repository is removed. That means it is failed. It is failed in some cases. That time, before that, what we are doing, from the working copy, whatever the task we are doing, whatever the ticket we are doing, all the tickets we are uploading or we are committing to this repository. The same thing for the employee 1, 2 and the 3. For the every employee we are just adding or committing all the changes in our repository. And in case this repository is failed, that time whatever the changes you have made it in this repository, that all the thing is gone. So this is the big drawback. And another thing, it's very slow. Central version control system is very slow. Why? Because of its work on the internet. It's work based on the internet. When internet is on, then this server we can transfer the data from our local copy to this repository. Okay, or we can fetch it and we can give it to this repository. Yeah, so this is the thing. and here inside the central version control system we have a drawback. That's why we are using nowadays we are using a distributed version control system. And here we introduces the concept of Git. Here we have a Git. So here how we can use it. So first of all we have a repository. This is the repository we have, and this repo, and here this one is our local repository. This one is our local. This one is our working area. That means we are working here. This one is our working area. That means consider this one is your Git, and inside this Git you are working on it. Okay, that means not this one is not a Git. In this two area Git works. In this two area, like a repository and a working copy, our Git will work. But consider you have written one code. So where you have written this code? Inside this working copy. Yeah, and after that, if this changes, so whatever you have written, if this code is right and you are 100% sure this code we need to push it, okay, to our repository, then you can just simply add inside this repo. You can simply add inside this repository. And if you are creating more than the same copy, you have created 10, and after that you are finalizing third one. This is the third one. After that you are finalizing, then all these 10 copies present inside your repository, and at the last you can, if this third is a finalized, then you can just simply push it to your repository. So this is the thing. If in case if your server is fail, now then we have this repository in our local repository. This is our local repository. So all the changes, whatever the changes we have made it, that all the changes is stored in our repository. This another thing, like this is the thing first, and second thing, all the changes, that is our project is present in our repository, so we don't need any network connection. But when we connect this repository with this that means our local with this GitHub, then we need the connectivity. We need some internet connectivity, but here we don't need it. Okay, and it is most faster as compared to a central version control system. Why? Because of there we have an internet connection, and here we don't have. Okay, so this is the thing. Now I'll tell you what does it mean. Okay, so how we can work our Git. So whenever Git works on the command line, that means we have to write the command and we have to use our Git. Okay, so first command, that is Git. We have to write the Git. We are using the Git, so for that we have to write the Git. And consider this one is your normal folder. Like consider this one is your normal folder, and if you want to convert this folder into an Git, for that we have to write Git init. When you are writing Git init, that means this normal folder will convert into an Git folder. Okay, and when you created the Git folder, it will create three things. Okay, first of all, this one is our normal folder. That means you have created the folder here. Consider we have created. Okay, so I am directly creating. Yeah, this is the folder. Let's learn Git. Okay, this one is our folder. So this one is a normal folder. Now if you want to convert this folder into an Git, okay, so we have to right click. Here we have a Git bash here. This is the CMD, and this one is our Git GUI here. So we have to download this one. We have to download this application, and this application is very easy for downloading. You just have to come here, just go inside this and just type Git download. Okay, one website will open. You have to just simply click it, and here we have to download for the window. Just click here, and here one link will open. This is the link. We have to click it. Yeah, this is the thing, that exe file will download. You have to install it. Okay, so when you will install in your local, we just simply need to click next. Okay, all the configuration is already there. We just simply click next. Okay, this is the thing. Once you click, this option will open. Okay, this option, right click here, these two option will open. This for the GUI and this is for the CMD. So I am just clicking in the CMD. Our Git is open now. Here you see. So this one is our folder, normal folder. This is also a normal folder. Now I just want to convert this normal folder into an git. So how we can do that thing? So we have to write the git init. Once you are writing the git init, now this folder has changed. This folder has changed from git to from normal folder to git. Okay, so if I want to see list, we don't have anything, but if I write .a ls -a, okay, so here you see. Now see, before that what we have, when I have typed this master ls, so we don't have anything. Here you see we don't have anything, but when I write here list dot dash a, that means this dash a, so it is showing this git file is there, dot git file is there. Okay, so this is the predefined, it has a hidden file, it will not show when you try to open this. So yeah, it is showing, but this is the hidden file. Here you see this one is our hidden file. Yeah, so this file contains three things. This file contains three things. First one, your working area. Second one is a staging area, and last one is a local copy. Okay, so consider you are written one code. This is the code that you have written. This code will write inside our working area, and after that, once this code is done and you think like this code is a finalized, this code is nice, now we have to upload to our repository. So then you can just simply transfer this code from working area to this staging area. That means we have to add from the working area to this staging area. So for that we have a add command, we have to add it. Okay, but before that we have to write the code. Okay, this is the thing. And after that, once you have written in a staging area, now you want to send this to your local. That means this is the final, and you want to send this one, this staging area, that means this code in your local area. Then we have to commit. Commit is just simple, we are saving. You can consider that commit is nothing but we are saving it. Commit, that means we just simply saving the code. Okay, and once you save, commit is also a message. If you want to pass the message why we are saving these changes, why we are doing and why we are updating this all the stuff, then you can simply commit it. So when you are saving this code, with that you are committing as well. That means you are messaging as well. Okay, and after that, once this one is done, at the last we have to send this code to our repository. Once you think like this code is nice or this code is done, now you have accomplished your ticket, then you have to simply send to your repository. And what does it mean by the repository? Repository is nothing but your GitHub. Okay, GitHub is nothing but your repository. You can say repository is nothing but your server. All the changes whatever you have done, all the changes you push to you in this repository. Yeah, so it's just simple type of storage. This is one storage, and this is the GitHub. Our Git, see all these stuffs, now we are working it, all these things will work on this GitHub. Okay, for pushing the changes, all these changes what we are doing, we are pushing to our GitHub. In this hub we are pushing it, and this is just simple as server, this is just simple as storage. Okay, this is the thing. Yeah, so this thing is done. Now this one is our local copy. Now we have to push all the changes to this repository. Now we'll just go there and just try to add it. So yeah, I have opened this one. This is the thing, we have opened it. Now I am just writing the code inside this. That means inside this let's learn Git, inside that I am just writing one code. Just simply try to go there. Here we have options of open with, okay, open Visual Studio Code. Okay, so it has opened. So we just simply need to import this one, like that Git. You can use anything, that is okay. I am just using this Visual Studio Code. You can use anything. Okay, so I am just opening the folder, open folder, like it has stored in our desktop. Yeah, this one is our folder. Just open it. Okay, so it has opened. Here you see we open this let's learn Git. So now here I am creating one file. Okay, I am creating one file, that is add.java. I am just using a Java code, so you have to write like this. Okay, here I have uses. We have to use the class public class and add. So this is the add. I have written it. You have to write the main methods, hit enter, and just simply add two numbers. Just like I am just creating a, I am just storing 10 there, 20, and you can just simply okay. So this is the code that I have added. Now it's just simple code. Now we have to add this code inside our repository, that means inside our Git. See, so we have written this code in our working area. Now these things we have to add in our staging area. So how we can add it? So for that you can just simply come here and just check the status first. See, Git status. Here we have options of the Git status. So here you see we have one class, that is add.java, and our Git is not tracking this file. So for tracking to our Git, we have to add this file inside our staging area. Inside this staging area we have to add it. So for that we just simply need to use git add and your file name. So this is the file, we have to add it to our staging area. So you can just simply use this command like git add and add.java. Okay, so this is the thing that I have added. If I'll try to check again status, so this time it will show in a green. See, like they are saying that new file is added, that is add.java. The third step is when you have added, okay, when you have added in a staging area and you are sure that this file is a good, that is fine, okay, so you can just simply add to your local copy, yeah, to your local area. So you, for that you have to commit it. For that you have to commit it. And how we can commit? You can simply use git commit and one message. Whenever we are committing, we have to send one message. This is the message, we have to send it. Okay, so I am just writing add.java. Okay, and simply hit enter. Now we have added one message, okay, and we have committed. That means we have stored this file. Where we have stored this file inside our local area. Inside our local area we have stored it. So if I want to check this one, we have committed successfully or not, for that we have to use git log. Yeah, we have to use the git log, and when you have uses this git log, it will show all the commit, whatever the commit that is present inside this branch. This is our master branch, this one is our predefined. So when you don't have any branch, that time this master branch will be there. Okay, this is the predefined. So all these things, now all this functionality we are working inside this master branch. I'll tell you what does it mean by this master. Okay, so all your whatever the changes you have made in this branch committed, all this commit will show here when you type this git log. Okay, this is the thing, like added.java. Again, just try to do one thing, just try to add another file. Okay, this time I am adding sub.java. Yeah, here you can create main methods. Okay, you can use a minus b. So we have to define the a minus b first. Hit enter and define here int a is equals to 10, 19, int b is equals to 29. Then now we have added this one. The same thing we have to follow. First of all, we have to check the status. Yeah, so our git is not tracking to this file. So for tracking we have to write the git add, we have to add this file inside our staging area. So when we are okay, yeah, we have added in our staging area. At the last, when you are adding in the staging area, we have to commit it. So how we can commit? For that, git commit minus, we have to write the message and initial changes. I am just making it. Okay, so we got it. Now checking this commit, we just simply need to use this git and log. So for logging, that means all the commit is coming here. See, it's showing here. So now this is the recent one, that is initial changes, and this one is our before one, that is add.java. Okay, but why we are using this commit? Why? And it is generating, see, it is generating one code. Okay, why it is generating? If you want to go in the past or you want to go in the future, like here you see right now, when I have committed this one, which one? When I have committed this code, that is add.java, that time this commit wasn't there. Okay, so if you don't want this and you want to go in the past, for that you have to use this commit. Okay, so now I'll show you how we can go in the past. Like, just simply copy this one, and we have to do one thing, git checkout, git checkout, and just simply paste it. Whatever the content you have copy this one and just try to paste it here. What we have done, remove git checkout and just paste the changes. Okay, we have to copy again. Yeah, this is the thing we have copied. Now just simply hit enter. What I am doing is checkout, that means I am just going checkout, that means if you want to switch from one branch to another branch, then we have to use this checkout command. And another thing, now I am not going from one branch to another. What I am doing here we have a hash code. This is the hash code that is generated, that is nothing but your commit. Okay, and if you want to go from one commit to another, or from commit to this, from master to this commit, then we have to use this checkout branch. Just come here and hit enter. What they are showing is, okay, so right now where we are, here you see, before that we were in our master. Okay, now we are in our hash code. Okay, so if you want to just check it, git status and hit enter. Okay, hit detached at this, and if you go there, where in your repository, see, this one is your code, and see here our sub.java is deleted. Why it is deleted? Because we have created this one after this add.java, and right now we are in this commit, that is add.java. That time this sub wasn't there. Okay, so that's why it has removed. That's why it has removed this hash code. This is the hash code they have removed, this one, this sub.java. But if I'll try to check out, git checkout, and just check out to the master, just go there, and that time see this will come. Right now this sub.java is came. If I want to check out, like git checkout to this, we have another one, that is initial changes. So just try to copy this, come here and simply paste it. Now hit enter. Yeah, done. Now just try to go there and see here we don't have anything. Why? Because of when we have created the add.java, that time that sub.java is also there. Okay, when we have created this add.java, that time that sub.java is also there, so that's why it hasn't deleted anything. But if I create new things, now I'm just going in my master, git checkout master, and inside this master now I'm creating another file. Like again I'm creating new file, that is mul.java, multiplication.java, and here we are adding the multiplication. Okay, we have added int a is equals to 19, int b is equals to 29. Okay, we have added. You can just simply divide, multiply into b. Okay, so I have added. Now we just simply need to commit it. Git status we have to check. So if you enter that mul is it on track, if you want to track, for that we have to add, sorry, we have to write the right thing, git add mul dot java. Yeah, we have added. After that we have to commit, but before that just try to check the status. Yeah, it's green. Now just commit it. So for committing, git commit, we have to write one message. So yum command must be there, and for mul dot java. Okay, now hit enter. Yeah, it's done now. Okay, so here we have a mul dot java. Now I'm just simply going inside this, that initial changes is there. No, just try to git dot log, type git dot log. Right now here we have this initial changes. See, our new changes also added currently. Now I'm just going inside this. Okay, just try to copy it. Which one? That initial changes. No, just try to copy. I have copied. Now just check out and hit enter. So what it will happen now? Anyone having any guess what it will happen? See, the thing is, I have came inside this hash code, inside this commit. Yeah, so this, which one is delete? Mul dot java it will delete. Yes, exactly. Then mul dot java is delete. Why? Because of we have added after this sub dot java. This is the mul dot java we have added after the sub dot java, and right now we are trying, we are going inside this sub dot java. We are trying to be fetch the commits from this sub dot java. Yeah, so that's why this is the thing. And okay, so now we'll see the branch. Okay, we'll see what does it mean by the branch. But before that, here we have a lot of here we have options. What does git do exactly? So first of all, it will manage your project with repositories. A repository is nothing but the server, and it's a distribution. That means if people will come in this repository, that employee will come in this repository and it will fetch this project, it will clone this project simply. Okay, so this repository, that project will manage with this repository. After that it will clone the project to your local repository. That means if you want to clone the project from the repository, that means repository is nothing but your remote is nothing but your server. That means this is the online GitHub. You can say it just simple as GitHub. Okay, this one is your GitHub, and from this GitHub if you want to clone to your local, you can easily do that things. So for that we have a clone command. You can simply use this clone command. Okay, after that we can simply control and track the changes with the staging and the committing. So I already told you, here we have, when we created the git, when we initialize the normal folder into an git, that time it has created three things. Yeah, and based on these three things our git is work. Okay, our git is track all the files. Okay, this is the thing. After that here we have a branch and merge. We can easily create the branch. Okay, we can pull the request and we can push the changes to our repository. Okay, so now we'll see what does it mean by the branching. So it's just simple a lightweight, and it will movable from one state to another. Okay, it's a movable pointer for different commits. Okay, like now consider one developer is there, and that developer want to write their own ticket. Consider like surge employee is there. There is a surge employee, and that surge employee is working on this multiplication ticket. So he will write all the multiplication in this branch. It's just simple types of versioning. That means we are isolating, we are partitioning all the code into a separate branches. Okay, so this is the one branch, this one is second branch for the add, this is the third branch for the subtraction. So this is our entire one project, and we have split this tickets. So we have to we have to create the branch. For that we have to create the branch, and we have to separately develop this project. We have to separately develop this ticket. Yeah, so just simple a lightweight movable pointer from different commits. Like here we are creating the version indirectly. This is the version 1, this is the version 2, and this one is our version 3. Yeah, and here we know that when we create the folder first time, so our by default branch is master. Our by default branch is master. Okay, so all the changes initially you are doing, that means you are doing in this master. Okay, merging of the branch is very easy. Okay, list the branches using a git branch command. And how we can create the branch? Using a git branch and the branch name. So I'll show you first one by one. First of all, if I want to see the branch, how many branches are present, so you can simply use git and the branch, hit enter. Here you see, here we have only one branch, that is master. Okay, so just check out to master first. Git checkout to master. I have check out. Now I am in master, and now just check it how many branch we have. Git branch and hit enter. So we have only one branch, that is master. And if that means I have listed here. If you want to create the branches, for that we have to write git branch and the branch name. If you want to create your own branch, then you can simply use git branch and the branch name. So here I am using, right now I am just using search. Okay, so when you are hitting enter, that means what we have done, we have created one branch. Now just try to list out the branches, git branch. Now here we have a search as well. Okay, so right now we are in master. Now I just want to transfer, now I just want to go inside this search.div. So for that we have to check out git checkout search, and here we have a div branch. So we switch from master to search. Now I'm just writing one class inside this. Okay, so you can just come right now. See, we are right now inside this branch, where inside this search and div, and here we are also the same. Now I'm just doing a changes in my search div.java. That means in this branch I'm doing a changes. Okay, so just come here. Here I'm writing div.java, hit enter. The same thing, main method, just define it, system.out. Okay, hit enter, use a divide by b. Here we have uses, int a is equals to 10, not 10, 29. Okay, done. Now we have written this one, and if I want to change now, right now, see where I have changes inside this folder, and this folder, this one is our this folder. Okay, yeah, and after that we are in this branch. So whatever the changes that you are doing, and right now you are in this branch, that means all the changes will store inside this search.div, inside this current branch. So just try to add git status, just check it. So one class will be there, that is untrack. We have to track it. So for that we have to add div.java, div.java, hit enter. Now we have added. After that we just simply need to commit it. So git commit -m, and you can just write here for div.java. Okay, hit enter. So now you have added the 8 insertion, that means 8 lines you have added, one file changes, and you have added something 8 words. Okay, so now done. Now just check it, git log. Okay, so inside this git log, what we have this for div, for div.java. Is my voice clear for everyone? Guys, my voice clear for everyone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so could you guys please mute yourself? Yeah, thank you guys. Okay, so
Sure.
now where I was, so like here you see, so whatever the changes I have done, that changes is came here inside our for div.java. Okay, but where I have changes this file inside my search slash div. But if I'll try to switch now, get checkout, and I'm going inside my master, and if I'll try to see there now the changes is reflected there or not. So for that we have to simply write git log. But here you see inside this we don't have mul.java. Mul, that means search slash java. Here you see here we have a div.java, but the same thing we don't have here. Why? Because of this master branch is a different and this search slash div branch is a different. Okay, but inside this search slash div we have everything. What we have? We have all the commits. Why? Because of this branch is developed, okay, by using this master. Yeah, but this master is not developed by using this search. So whatever the new changes that you have made it or created inside this search, so it won't present inside this master. Okay, so this is the thing. But by using this master we have created this search div, so whatever the thing that is present inside this master, all these things will present inside this search slash div as well. Okay, so now the thing is, now I just want to add, see, we have something new here and we have to add this thing inside this branch. This is the thing that this branch we want to add inside this master branch. So how we can do that thing? So for that we have to merge it. Okay, so simply right now inside we are in the master branch, so we have to merge. Which branch we have to merge? That is search slash div. How we can merge it? So you can simply use git merge search slash div, hit enter. Now what you have done, you have merged the search slash div branch inside this master. Now if I try to just git log, now I just want to check it that git log is there or not, hit enter. Now we got this div.java as well. Before that here we don't have this div.java. Inside this we have a mul initial changes and added, but we don't have the mul.java. But when I have merged this master, this branch into this master, then I am getting all the stuffs. And this head is just simple a pointer. This head is a pointer. Right now we are in this div, so that's why it's showing here. Okay, this is just simple a pointer. Now this thing is done, and this thing is done. Okay, consider now you have one file, you have one secret file, like this is the secret file.txt. This one is our file, consider, and here I am just passing one password. From this I am just passing one password. Okay, this is the password that I am passing here, but I don't want to track this file by the git. Then how we can ignore this file? Okay, like if I try to open this one, now here you see git status, here it has tracking this file. This file it has tracking, that is secret file.txt, but I don't want to track this file. Like whatever file that I am adding inside this branch, that means later that I am just pushing this branch to a repository. We knows that at the end of the day what we are doing, this is considered repository. This is the code that we are writing, and we are passing all the code to this repository. Okay, and whenever we are passing this to this repository, all the employee are able to fetch this data, pull this data from this repository. But this is one file is there, that is secret.txt, and I don't want to pass this file, or I don't want to track this file by the git. Okay, so how we can hide this file? So we have .git hidden, git ignore. So we have to create this one. So you can just simply create git ignore. Okay, ignore that we have created git ignore. You can just simply go inside this, and which file you want to hide, that is secret file.txt. So you can just simply write secret file.txt. Yeah, okay, so this is the thing that we have written here. Now just try to go there again, just use git status. So what it is showing this time, it is showing only git ignore, but it hasn't showing this secret file.txt. Why? Because of we have ignored this file by using this file, that is git ignore. Okay, so you can add this file now, git, add dot git ignore. That means now this file is gone, this file is gone to this file is going to our repository, but inside that file, that all the files are the hidden and the secure. Okay, so this is the thing. Now we have written all the code. Now I just want to add this code to my repository. This is the code that we are working right now in our local, and this code if I want to add in my repository, so how we can do that thing? Just come here and just try here GitHub. We have to go inside the GitHub. Okay, just try to go there. So right now we came in our GitHub. We have to sign in first. Okay, so I have already signed in, so I am just going in this and I am just creating the repository. Okay, we have to create the name repository. So here I have created, let's learn git April. Okay, so this is the thing, this is the name of our repository I have added. If you want this is in public, then you can click. If you want in a private, then you can click private. If you want to add the readme file, you can click here, add the readme file, and we already have this add dot git ignore, so we don't want this one. Yeah, and after that just try to create it. So our repository has created. Okay, just try to refresh it once again. Okay, so it's this file has created. Okay, so this one is our repository, and this our repository has created successfully. Okay, we have only created the readme files, code, and this blame. Okay, all the stuff that we have. Like now just try to delete this readme file again. This one is our readme, so I don't want this readme file now. So just try to create another repository. So I am creating here new repository, just April repo. Okay, I don't want this all the stuff public, and just create it. Okay, so what, see now it is showing all this code. Okay, so all the description that they have already written it. Now what they are saying here, okay, so here we have already done this thing, like we have to first init whatever the project you are creating, we have to init this project, that means initialize as a git. After that we have to add the readme file and commit it and create the branch. Yeah, so this thing we have already done. Now our thing is whatever the changes we have done in our folder, in our git folder, we have to push this all the code inside our repository. So how we can do that thing? So for that, here is the thing, we have to copy it. First of all, copy this one. I'll show you. Come here, git remote -v. Okay, okay, so git remote is there. Okay, so here we don't have anything, like we have to register or we have to connect this git repository with our folder. So how we can create it? So whatever the changes, whatever the data I am just pushing here, I just want this data to come here. So how we can do that thing? So before that we have to register it, we have to connect by using this command. So you can just simply copy it. Here we don't have any command. Here you see, when I just try to write this command, I haven't get anything. Okay, so just paste it now. Just simply paste it. Which one? We don't want this. This is the command we want it. Copy this one. Copy. Just simply come here and paste it. So what does it mean? So this is our repository. This one is our repository. That means our remote repository. Yeah, this one. And I am just giving one name, that is alias. This is the nickname. So in future we don't need to be use this path all the time. You can just simply use this name. And at the last, here we are adding to our current repo in our current folder, in this our git. Okay, so you can just simply hit enter. Now we got this one. Okay, so if you try this time git remote -v, now you will get this. Yeah, so if you want to fetch the data from this repository, you want to fetch the data, then you can simply use this path. And if you want to transfer or push some data to this repository, then you can use this path. This is the path you have to use it. Okay, as a second tip they have mentioned it, we have to add the this master, that means we have to add this branch, just simply paste it. Okay, so this is the branch that we have added, and this branch is related to this repository. So this repository have their own branch, that is main, and all the changes we are pasting, we are adding to this branch. Okay, from this branch to this branch we are adding. So how we can push the changes, all the changes I want here, so how we can do that thing? So for that you can just simply copy this one, come here and simply paste it and hit enter. Now it will take some time and it will push all the changes, whatever the changes that you have present inside your inside this folder, that is let's learn Git. Okay, so what here we are doing, we are just pushing the origin to this main, that means we are pushing this master branch to this origin, and origin means this path. Okay, so just try to go there and try to refresh it. Now you will see your files. So whatever the files that you have added, where you have added inside this folder. Okay, here we have a lot of files, that all the file is coming here, and you want to see the commit changes. So this is the changes that we have added, this is the changes that we have added it. Here you see, but here we only, I think we have only one branch, that is main. View all the branches. Yeah, we don't have any branch, but we have created one branch, that is div, search.div something. Okay, this is the branch that we have created, that is search/div. Okay, so now we want to add this branch there. So for that we have to add git push. Now we have to go first, check out to this search.div. Okay, so we are right now here. You can just simply use git push to where we have to push. You can just simply use this, no, so it will push, has no upstream branch. Okay, so for that we have to use git push origin origin and hit enter. Okay, git push origin. Okay, it hasn't pushing it, just try to refresh it now. We have only one branch, that is default branch. So if you want to take this branch, for that we have to write some code like git push, and we had -m, and we have pushing to this origin. We don't need, I think, this one. We have a main branch. Okay, now we have written failed to push some reference to main. Okay, yeah, okay, we'll do one thing. Yeah, so we'll first out check out to this main, and once we check out, we'll try to push the changes, git push, and which branch we have to push, search/div. Okay, let it be, it's not pushing it, that is okay, it's not pushing, let it be. So we'll see now how we can clone the branch. Like, see, one of the project is there, and this project, like AEM project, will be there, and you want to clone this project in your repository, that means in your local. So how we can do that thing? So maybe some of the code is present in the market, like this AEM gigs, he has uploaded all the code already. So we'll just try to copy this code. This is the code we'll try to copy in our AEM, in our local. So how we can do that thing? So you can, for that we have to simply copy this one first. Okay, just simply copy this one. This is the path. Create one folder, just come here, create one folder. Like here I am creating cloning cloning project. So and just open it as a git bash here. Okay, so now this is my new project and this is the project. What I'm doing, I'm just git initializing first. I'm just initializing, and after that, what is this? This one is our project. This project we want it in our local, that means in our local, in our computer. So how we can do that thing? So for that you have to simply use git clone and just simply paste your code, yeah, and just hit enter. It will take some time for cloning it. Yeah, so it has cloned successful. Okay, if I'll try to see the git branch, maybe it has a branch. Okay, we don't have a branch, so we'll do one thing. We'll directly try to execute this code. So here you see inside my cd, if I'll try to open inside this folder, what we have, if I'll just go inside this folder, we have this AEM gigs. So we have to go there and we have to deploy it. Okay, this is the code, that all the code is present inside this. So how we can deploy? So simply just go inside this gig first. Okay, so AEM gig is there, just hit enter. Now we are inside the AEM gigs, that means this one is our project. So you can just simply type maven clean install -p auto install single package and hit enter. So it will take some time for the deployments, and at the last of the moment it will deploy successful. You can deploy the same code from the CMD as well, like this is the code. You can just go inside this, and here we have to write CMD. The same process here, you can also write the maven clean install p auto install single package, yeah, but right now we are doing from the CMD interface, from the git platform. Okay, so this is the thing. Anybody want to ask me something, guys?